everybody their cartwheels, their moon, my thumbnail. Spam this all over Mr. Kelly's page. And he seems to have loved it, the fact that I did. I wonder if he's going to tell his constituents. I told him I have almost 10,000 people to go through the lines, but here's the thing. I know ain't none of you got the balls to do it. So I'm over here doing it. Quakes are everywhere again. Like, all over the place. So Yellowstone's shaking still. Wonder why. Maybe because Mother Earth's been inducing energy for a while, and she's backing off a little bit. Sixes are starting to come. We had like 15, 25s yesterday. We expect when she's pushing things away like this, keeping the distance. Not really pushing away, it's keeping the distance. Two bodies right behind us. Causing an awful spiky human going on. A lot of pressure on the ionosphere. It's the only thing that could raise your human resonance frequency above 7.83 hertz is literally crushing the ionosphere towards the Earth. Shrinking the bounce trough. Bounce trough. It's created by lightning. Has zero to do with the magnet. It bounces between the ionosphere and the Earth. That ionosphere gets pushed down. This human resonance raises. Normal. Today. Because you're getting compression on your ionosphere because we're surrounded by magnets that are not normally there. They are called planets. Your senators, your president, NASA knows. So they're saying there's a lot more light hitting the Arctic Ocean. It's funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're having too much light hit your Atlantic Ocean or your fucking North Pole. It's maybe that's why we tilted. Oh, they're just crazy, ain't they? Pretty interesting, folks. Your government knows, of course. When I told them, they knew. In 14, we had tilted on our side. They built the bunkers in anticipation of this system coming back. They knew we lived in a multiple sun system. They built the bunkers for it. They invented World War III to make sure you do not get into their bunkers. I've said this since 2014.
them to legislate permanent martial law, which they didn't. Oh, well, guess I'm the only one who sees or cares what...
Actually, they did. The legislation of NDAA is literally permanent. It's done every year. They haven't enacted the martial law on people so much, and it is very much like 1932 Germany. Lee? We're murdering people over here. Have you not noticed that? This is literally an hour-long rant about me. 100% me. All my statements. And Lee reads them. Please get over here and look at this video. He says these are things that haven't happened yet. Lee doesn't understand law. I wrote legislation. The NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, is a permanent martial law. Read it. You fucking idiot. I was going over that in 2011 when Obama was doing that. And writing in the fucking NDAA, pumping up the Fema camps. Getting ready for this. Those plastic coffins haven't rotted. They're still sitting there waiting on you. It's called preparation in front of your face. Just like the Gwynn Towers, all capital GWENN towers. Gwynn Towers. They are literally one purpose. After nuclear confrontation, after the EMPs, the Gwynn communications go into effect. Recognize those? You ever seen them at your school? At your kid's school? All over the place? It's a Gwynn Communication Center. You know how I knew that? Because I used to work on them in the U.S. Navy. I was an electronic technician. I used to work on shit like this. I recognized the components hanging up in the air. I was like, what the fuck? That's not for cell. It's not for your cell phone. That's for after the fucking EMPs go off. That's what that is. That's some hardened communications. They're setting up already. He goes on for an hour. Well, here's the thing. The only thing he can point out that has not happened yet is a nuclear strike. And that's coming. We're already real close. Anyways, yeah, I've been saying it for 15 years. Sure as fuck. And a lot of things have happened in those 15 years that I said would happen. They just happened a little bit slower than I thought they would at first. Then we got to researching, didn't we? And we found out the Tribulations Act will last about 15 years. Holy shit. That means we're going to be on our side for 15 years and we're going to have a year of fucking insanity and then boom. Well, we're in that year of insanity. I don't know what to say, but mRNA happened. I told you the day we would be locked down. I was absolutely correct. I told you 2 weeks later, Wendy's, well, actually what I told you was there's going to be a grocery shortage that is so massive. They're going to have the excuse in place 2 weeks before. Because they won't be able to explain why you can't buy beef at Wendy's. I said those words, minus the Wendy's. We've been running the numbers, consumption and production, and I saw a massive gap. I was like, oh my God, here's where it begins. And we got locked down on the day I said, and then the exact day I said the grocery shortage would happen, it happened. Yet, The nukes haven't happened. It's the only thing that has not happened that I said would happen. Get over here and look at it. The whole hour of me. He's yelling about me. Using my words. Listen to my words. Go look at Lee's fucking hoopty. I don't care. I stand by my words. Lee doesn't. Lee will tell you the moon isn't doing cartwheels. Lee will make cardboard cutouts on a wire and lay down underneath them and tell you that's what the sky looks like, because he knows if he takes a photograph of the east horizon with the moon and a photograph on the west horizon with the moon, it will indeed show that his moon is also doing a 180-degree flip every night. Lee is paid to lie. Lee is paid to lie to you. That's why Lee doesn't get any more video likes and looks at. Because Lee lies. And everybody that's watched Lee and come to my page understands Lee is a fucking liar. The moon is doing a cartwheel every night. And in truth, you don't have to go over there and look at Lee. You hear my fucking words over here. They don't change. I stood down as top senatorial advisor to Senator Jim Davis, Republican, North Carolina, after a 42-2 vote legalizing hemp into the North Carolina Farm Bill 2014, forcing federal legalization of hemp in 2018-2019. People, I had a grand amount of influence over legislation for a few years until they offered my son and I a bunker to protect us from the incoming sun. The only reason I was offered a bunker is because I told Davis about the cartwheeling moon, and the polar vortex is what did it as the influence to another sun that's coming into our solar system. Kay Davis was freaking. She was like, "You're right. Matter of fact, we're going to give you a bunker." 3/4 of the people had to die to keep my son safe in that bunker. That's you. You had to die to keep Seamus safe. And I said no. And I came out here and warned you. And the fact that my fucking videos aren't going viral tells me you don't even have the fucking balls to stand up in your own goddamn living room and help people. It disgusts me. Most of my videos get 4 or 5 shares. There's 4 or 5 people out there that really understand. You, the rest of you, need to do your fucking homework. I can't do this for you. I make it easy. I make it real fucking easy. Right here. This one right here on top, you need to know that. You need to know that, or you'll die. I mean it. Derek Bros, you don't need to know him. He's a billionaire. Horse and Crystal, that's where you want to start. Scroll on down. That Schumann one probably saved your life. Go on over here and look at all these, and then do your homework. Don't just look at them. Do your fucking homework.